So let's get the obvious out of the way. This takes place during Christmas time. And I know that feels weird considering we are almost at freaking June and we're reviewing a Christmas show. But I said I was going to cover every MCU project that I haven't covered previously, except What If. I refuse to touch that freaking thing with a 10-foot pole. So, even though it's not Christmas, I'm not waiting until December to talk about this show. Also because this show is really damn good. It's not better than Loki, but it gets adamantly close. I really, really enjoyed this one. So, even though this has to be a shorter review because it's pretty self-explanatory, I'm still really excited to talk about it. So, let's dive in to another example of the actual potential in Marvel television. So, what's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mr. Station, which is for anything and everything animation, including Marvel heroes uniting for the fate of the world, as well as TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Marvelous May. Welcome to my review of the first and, sadly, according to local news, only season we're going to get of Hawkeye, another Disney Plus exclusive MCU TV show. And just like Loki, it's really good. I really like this show. It's lighthearted, it's goofy, it's fun, and even though it does have its dark-ish moments, I still really liked it. I enjoyed this one. And even if I don't think it's better than Loki Season 1, it's still one of the better projects of Phase 4, which has just been nose-diving off a cliff for the most part. So, lot of positive to talk about here, even though this is going to be one of my shorter reviews because there's not a whole lot to say. So, here's my written review. It sums everything up pretty well. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed this show if you saw it when it came out. Here we go, and I'll talk more about why it didn't get a second season at the end of the video. Yes, I know that this is a Christmas-themed series and all, but screw it, I'm not waiting until December to talk about this one, so we're reviewing it now. Maybe it's because my expectations were in the toilet after suffering through so many underwhelming to awful projects in this fourth phase of the MCU, Spider-Man No Way Home notwithstanding, but I actually really dug this one. Hawkeye is a fun, character-driven, action-packed, and surprisingly really funny show that I thoroughly enjoyed from beginning to conclusion. Kate Bishop, played by Spider-Verse's Spider-Gwen herself, Hailee Steinfeld, yes, same actress, is an excellent new character that's both funny and charmingly quirky. The continuation of Hawkeye's story is really fascinating, and it blends very well with Kate's. The action is a lot of fun. It definitely has a bit more of an emphasis on hand-to-hand combat, which I will always champion that. Pacing is consistently a slow burn, but not too slow. It is slow, but it's not to the point of being sleep-inducing. And yes, there is a difference. The Christmas theming, while a background element for the most part, because from what I've heard, this apparently takes place around the same time as No Way Home, I think. I don't know, someone correct me on that later. Does give a nice heartwarming tone shift when it's needed. All the Christmas related scenes with Barton hanging out with his family, I love that stuff. It's super heartwarming, it's super just smile inducing, and everyone acts in it really well. The whole Barton family, that part is fantastic. The CGI is much better than most of Phase 4, because, like I said, they do most of the stuff hand-to-hand in this show this time, so you don't get as much horrible CGI, and even when you do, it's not even that bad. There is far worse CGI out there. I mean, She-Hulk exists. And rewatchability is high. However, like the first season of Loki, it has the same problem, and unfortunately suffers from a weak ending and a very long runtime. This is another one of those 6-episode, 40-plus minute per episode deals, but unlike Loki's Season 1, it's not an ending that's retconned because of real-life stuff. This one did not build up to Kang in any way. This is something entirely different, but still connects somewhere in the MCU. But the ending is underwhelming, so just be aware of that when you're going into it. When you get to episode 6, lower your expectations. It is going to be a bit more of a middling experience. Though, if you end up really enjoying it, I can understand why. Overall, though, I actually really liked Hawkeye. Sure, it has its corny moments here and there, and it isn't better than Loki Season 1 or Daredevil, and it kind of ends on a whimper, but the rest is so much better than the majority of Phase 4 that it's not even funny. Regardless of the current season, I highly recommend it. Yes, it may be spring/summer, whatever, but even then, this show's still really good, and I still had a great time watching it. And it's a bummer that because Disney refused to give Jeremy Renner the pay that he rightfully deserved, we're not going to get a season 2. They just can't stop being corporate dickheads, can they? But that aside, this show is great, and you should definitely check it out. Okay, maybe it's not great, but it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Final verdict for the show is a high and well-deserved 7 out of 10. It's only half a point behind being on the same level as Season 1 of Loki. Really enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun. Even if you're watching it when it's not the Christmas season, it's still a really fun time. So check it out. Another MCU show that's actually worth watching. Such as the next project we're reviewing, because the next one is one of the most genuinely fantastic and criminally underrated and underappreciated things in the entire MCU. What do I mean? I'll see you guys next time when we talk about Moon Knight.
Excited for what comes up ahead. Hey.